Nicholas Jackson has just signed his new deal with Chelsea, valid until June 2033. The Senegal international has agreed a contract with the Blues as club's very happy with his PL impact. Deal signed today, negotiated by his agent Ali Barat, owner of Epic Sports. Ramos has agreed to join Saudi Arabian side Al Araba, with Inter Miami missing out on the chance to bring in another huge name in soccer, with Inter Miami signing a new defender in David Martinez and having limited cap space to sign a player as well known as Ramos. It makes sense why the Herons have ultimately missed out on a deal for the former Spanish international. Real Madrid midfielder Aurelien Tchouameni is injured as well. The defensive midfielder is said to have sustained a blow to his left foot and will thus be unable to feature in either of Les Blues games in the ongoing international break. Tchouameni has left Didier Deschamps' camp and has been officially replaced by Matteo Guendouzi. He will return to Madrid, where tests will reveal the extent of his injury. The team is already running low on options to deploy in the pivot position. With Eduardo Camavinga injured and Toni Kroos no longer at the club, Tchouameni is the best placed starter. Leandro Balde, the young Barcelona fullback, recently spoke out about the impact of Mbappé's arrival at Real Madrid. While acknowledging Mbappé's undeniable talent, Balde made it clear that his team is not intimidated. Mbappé is a very good player, but we have to focus on ourselves. We shouldn't look at others and what they do. Football is a game of 11 versus 11, Balde said, highlighting a crucial mindset for success. The message was simple but powerful. While it is easy to get caught up in the hype surrounding big signings and the performances of rivals, the key to winning lies in concentrating on one's own strengths and strategy. Uruguay striker Luis Suarez has announced his retirement from international football. The 37-year-old fought back tears as he confirmed Uruguay's World Cup qualifier against Paraguay on Saturday, 0:30 BST, will be his last appearance for his country. I've been thinking about this and analysing this. I believe this is the right time, said Suarez. I want to be relaxed when I play my last game with the national team. I'll be just as excited to play as I was in 2007 when I played for my national team for the first time. That 19-year-old kid is now a veteran player, an older player, however you want to call it, with an incredible history with the national team that will give his life for the team. Erik ten Hag has been told he should relieve Bruno Fernandes of the Manchester United captaincy to help free up his star player. Former Newcastle and Crystal Palace manager Alan Pardew believes that the Portugal international, who signed a new contract with the Red Devils last month, may be burdened by the Ironman. The skipper, like his teammates, had a difficult outing against Liverpool. On his decision to make the former Borussia Mönchengladbach keeper the number one, Nagelsmann said Marc-Andre is the new number one. He has been captain in Barcelona for several years and is the clear number one there. Is the same with us. I don't want to artificially heat up the competition behind him. Oliver Baumann played very well last season and also made a good impression during the European Championship. Alexander Nubel also performed well in Stuttgart last year. The battle behind him is open, including with Kevin Trapp and Bernd Leno. The important thing is that the number one is decided. Victor Osimhen has agreed to join Galatasaray on loan from Napoli for the season and is asking his parent club to amend his contract to ease a move either in January or the summer. The Nigerian is set to undergo a medical with the Turkish champions ahead of the season-long loan, which doesn't include an option or obligation to buy. Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea were both in talks over a move for Osimhen during the summer, but even after Napoli supposedly reduced their €130 million asking price to ease a deal, the clubs were still put off by the striker's salary demands. The 25-year-old is attempting to get Napoli to agree to officially reduce his release clause to increase his chances of a permanent move. PSG dropped its pursuit of Osimhen when Napoli requested that Lee be included in any potential deal. This came after Napoli initially asked for Osimhen's release clause. From that point on, PSG didn't entertain the idea of making a bid for Osimhen. PSG were interested in going after Osimhen, particularly after Gonçalo Ramos' injury. However, the club ultimately decided against it, with the French outlet noting that Luis Enrique wasn't in favour of the move, believing that Osimhen didn't align with his vision and style. Rafinha, in a recent interaction, has talked about his initial struggles at Barcelona while laying out the season's objective for the club. The first 6 months here in Barcelona were difficult for me and my family. I improved after the World Cup. I was calmer, but at the start it was very difficult for me to adapt to the club, Rafinha revealed. Our minimum goal at Barcelona is to win every title, said Rafinha, who has already racked up 3 goals and 3 assists in the league so far. I have a goal. I wrote it on a piece of paper at home. What is it? I won't say. At the end of the season, I'll tell you if I achieved it or not, the forward revealed. Manchester United reportedly have no plans to sack manager Erik ten Hag despite Sunday's harrowing 3-0 defeat to Liverpool. The defeat leaves United 14th in the Premier League with just 3 points from their opening 3 games, with the pressure already piling on the Dutchman. Ten Hag had been widely expected to leave this role at the end of 2023-24 campaign, only for the club to trigger a 1-year clause in his contract extending his deal until 2026. Steven Bergwijn's move to Saudi Arabia has brought an abrupt end to his international career with the Netherlands. Bergwijn left Dutch club Ajax, where he was captain, to join Al Ittihad for €21 million, $23 million on Monday. Commenting on Bergwijn's decision, Netherlands coach Ronald Koeman said, "Sporting ambition is not the main consideration for the former Tottenham forward." Asked if the book is closed for Bergwijn in the Dutch team, Koeman said, "In principle, yes." Former Manchester United defender Chris Smalling has joined Saudi Arabian club Feyenoord from Roma. The 34-year-old has signed a 2-year contract through to 2026. Smalling spent 5 seasons at Roma and made 155 appearances for the club, scoring 10 goals. Manchester United stars have rallied around under fire Casemiro in the aftermath of his Liverpool nightmare. Despite Casemiro's nightmare, his teammates have jumped to his defence in the 24 hours after his nightmare against Liverpool. Bruno Fernandes was reportedly those to speak out in his defence in the dressing room. The Portuguese playmaker claimed that Casemiro was not at fault and that it was the squad's responsibility to turn things around. An assessment that his Red Devils teammates agreed with. United stars have also backed the veteran to bounce back from his Anfield horrors. Al Nassr have completed the signing of Chelsea winger Angelo Gabriel for a fee of £19.1 million. The 19-year-old leaves the Stamford Bridge club without playing a single game for the first team, having spent his sole season at the club on loan at their sister club, Strasbourg. Gabriel joined the Blues from Santos last summer for £13 million, but was immediately sent out to France, where he made 24 appearances. He will now link up with Cristiano Ronaldo and Sadio Mane, among others, at the Saudi Pro League club.